What's going on, my trainer club? We have the finalization of the community day for the Torchic. We have 2 new movesets for the Blaziken. So right now we are going to check out, is it worth powering up your Blaziken, as well as what is the best fire attacker in the game so far. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. All right, everyone, drop in the comments and let me know, how did you do on your community day with your Torchics? Let me know how many shinies you got, what you evolved, and are you planning on powering one of these Blast Burn Blazikens up? I am super curious. Drop in the comments below. And then as we go on, if any new moves or differentials surface about this type of Pokemon, always check in the pinned comments to make sure that I give you the most up-to-date information on everything that we have. So before I get into that, I just wanted to let you guys know today is the last day to purchase the pre-order for my pins. So if you want to do that, there's also a special offer for an exclusive t-shirt that you can get only through this, as well as it comes with a couple of sweet bonuses, including a signature card, as well as a video that includes a behind the scenes footage of how I make my videos, what I use, and how I edit my videos and post them up on YouTube. So that is up there for you guys, and I want to thank you everybody who is part of the trainer club. I'm glad that we were able to do this free pin for you, and that video that you guys have got with your free bonus is going to be coming out on tomorrow or Tuesday. So make sure to tune into your emails because it is an exclusive video and only you guys will be seeing it. So right now let's get into the best fire attackers in the game and checking out the Blaziken with the Blaze Kick as well as the Blast Burn. So let's do it. So now that the Blast Burn and the Blaze Kick are in the game for the Blaziken, let's check this out. We want to know which one is more powerful. So getting right into it, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. We are checking out the Blast Burn and the Blaze Kick. So Blast Burn has a base power of 110, damage per second at 33.33, charge energy, it's a 2-bar, and then the damage window is a little bit slower of a move. But the DPE times DPS is going to be 73.33. And then looking at the Blaze Kick comparison, we have a base power of 45, we have a damage per second at 37.5, it is a 3-bar charge move, it's a much quicker move, and the DPE times DPS is 51. But with that said, that actually the Blaze Kick got nerfed 10% in the game, which really took a hit to it as far as comparing it with Blast Burn. The Blast Burn is the reigning supreme, it's 3 times slower of a move. So if you really want to get in there and you want to do like chop, 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 and you want to hit those moves off really quick, you can use the Blaze Kick, but overall the Blast Burn is going to deliver more damage and it's more effective as a moveset. So similar to as we did in the Dragon Attacker video, we are going to compare 3 different categories. If you want to check out the best Dragon Attackers in the game, make sure to check out my video here. What we're going to do is we're going to take into 3 different categories, and technically 4, but the 4th is kind of like an opinion and an evaluation based on a player and what's going on. So the first one, we are going to look at DPS, which stands for damage per second, is basically like how fast and how powerful your Pokemon is per move that it does. The second one we're going to look at is going to be TDO, or total damage output, and that is going to be over the lifespan of your Pokemon, how much damage is it going to do. And the third one we're going to look at, which is a better comparison, is going to be a DPS times the TDO for an evaluation of over the entire lifespan of your Pokemon, how much DPS is it going to do. So it's going to give us the most accurate description, but then we have to take it one step further using our own analysis, saying, hey, this is a 1-bar special. If I die out in the middle of it, then I am only going to be able to use it 1 time as opposed to 3 2-bar specials, right? Because you get the full one, which is 2, and then you get the half. So that's what we're going to check out, and this is going to be for the best fire attackers in the game, which now includes the Blaziken. And I know this is going to be for the fire attackers, but I am also going to include their other movesets because there are Pokemon in here that have a little bit differential movesets, such as the Blaziken with the fighting and fire combination, which is more powerful than the fire. So if you don't want to see that, just go ahead and ignore it, but it's going to be a little bit more of that in here. But I'm going to make sure that I note what is the best fire attacker as well to point that out for you. So getting right into it, we are looking at the DPS first. So starting out at the top, we have the Blaziken with the counter and the Blast Burn. So he has a fighting quick move for a 17.505. Next, we're going at the Moltres with Fire Spin and Sky Attack, 17.361. And then afterwards, we have the Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blast Burn, new Community Day move, at the 17.247. Then we have Blaziken with Counter and Blaze Kick, 16.417. Then we have Moltres with Ember and Sky Attack at 16.347. Then we have Moltres with Fire Spin and Overheat with a 16.273. We have Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blaze Kick, 16.084. We have the Blaziken with Counter and Overheat, 15.981. And then we have Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn at 15.875. Then we have the Flareon with Fire Spin and Overheat at 15.724. And then if you want to check out any of these other ones, you can go ahead and pause the video right here, starting with the Charizard with the Wing Attack Blast Burn at 15.642. But this is going to be the second tier that you can check out. So go ahead and pause that if you would like to check it out. And then for the DPS, highest fire attacker is going to be the Fire Spin Blast Burn Blaziken, hands down. So that is what we're going to do. Getting on to the next one. The next thing we're going to check out is TDO, or total damage output. So notice there's going to be a big difference in Pokemon, because now we are going to look at what are the tankiest Pokemon, and when they are sitting in there doing their battles, how much damage can they deliver over the lifetime? So obviously something like a Blaziken, which is a little bit more like a Gengar Glassy Cannon, is going to be trumped out by something like a Lugia or a Ho-Oh, right? Lugia obviously not a fire Pokemon, but the Ho-Oh is, so we are going to check out this now. So starting at the top, we have Ho-Oh. So this is TDO, Steel Wing, Fire Blast with a 545. And then we have Ho-Oh with Steel Wing, Solar Beam, 542.5. Entei, first all-fire one we got here at the Fire Spin Overheat, 532.3. Then we have Ho-Oh with Hidden Power, which is going to be a Fire Hidden Power, with the Hidden Power Fire and Fire Blast at 530.8. So we're going to skip over a couple of these Ho-Ohs. We're going to go into the Heatran with the Fire Spin Iron Head at 529.5. Heatran with Fire Spin Fire Blast at 529.2. And then we have a little bit more of the Ho-Ohs. And Blaziken actually doesn't even come on until the 8th page with his TDO. So as far as TDO goes, he is completely irrelevant to the game. So with that said, obviously the Ho-Oh is the reigning supreme in the TDO category. If we're looking at the fire moves, it is going to be the Ho-Oh in the TDO. And now getting on to the next one, we have the most crucial category where we look at the combination of everything. So this is going to be the DPS times the TDO, which is going to give our most accurate way to judge what these Pokemon are. So is it worth it? What is the best one overall? I don't really look at the DPS and TDO anymore. Like, yeah, it's really cool to have high DPS, but if you're gonna die out like super fast, it's not really worth my candy and dust to power you up to use in my legendary raids, honestly, because you're gonna die so fast that it's gonna have to cycle so many revives and potions and everything like that, and then you have to take into account how much time it takes when you heal up your Pokemon. Like, it is a big expense when you're looking at just DPS and you're not taking into the TDO at the same time. So getting right into it, for the TDO times DPS, we have the Moltres with the Fire Spin Sky Attack, 2742. Then we have Moltres with Ember Sky Attack, 2156. And then we have the first all-fire Pokemon, Moltres with Fire Spin Overheat at 2117.7. And then we're looking at Blaziken with Counter Blast Burn at 2083.8. Then we have the Entei coming in. So the second all-fire Pokemon is going to be Entei with Fire Spin Overheat at a 1982.8. And then we have the all-fire Blaziken with the Fire Spin Blast Burn at 1963.5. And then we have Entei coming in again with Fire Fang Overheat at 1872.3. And then we have the all-fire Heatran with Fire Spin Fire Blast at 1761.5. And then the Charizard comes in with the Fire Spin Blast Burn at 1665. And then if you want to freeze here, you can go ahead and check it out. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know that the Fire Spin Blaze Kick right here is 1485.2. So taking that into all account, the Blaze Kick is definitely not as good as the Blast Burn. So they are two totally different moves. The Blaze Kick goes off a lot faster, but it did get nerfed a little bit and it put it down as far as the TDO times DPS goes. So the number one overall fire attacker is going to be the Moltres with the Fire Spin Overheat. The number two is going to be Entei with Fire Spin Overheat. The number three is going to be the Blaziken with the Fire Spin Blast Burn. So taking this all into account, what I would suggest, and here's the category number 4 where we really have to put our minds and strategies into these Pokemon as far as powering up goes. So obviously, 2 of them are legendaries. They're powerful, powerful Pokemon. They can do a lot of damage, and they have this overall stat that is the best. The one downside is that it does have a 1-bar move for both of these guys, and the Blaziken sitting in the 3rd spot has a 2-bar move. So with that said, if we have both of them coming in and delivering damage, right, and let's say we're going against a legendary Pokemon, tier 5 raid, I don't care what it is, we're going in there, delivering the damage, and it is building up, you get your first special off, right? So for the Moltres, for the Entei, you get 1 full special off. For the Blaziken, you're getting 2 of the Blast Burns off because it's a 2-bar. So then you take another special from this legendary Pokemon, and it's going to charge up half your bar, right? So this is going to be only a half charge of the full bar for the Entei and the Moltres, but for the Blaziken, you're going to get a full charge move. You're going to be able to deliver that Blast Burn. And let's say the special comes again and it knocks you out, right? And so the first 2 Pokemon that had the full bar moves only were able to get off 1 special. And then the Blaziken's able to get off 2 specials. So if this is something that you really want to take into account, in my mind, I would definitely power up the Entei as well as the Moltres because they are no doubt the most powerful fire Pokemon. But the Blaziken with the Blast Burn, man, it is going to give a more favorable damage potential for you when you're doing specials. So take that into account. If you have Luckies, you may consider powering them up. They are definitely in the top 3, so you're going to use this. However, if you just check out that Moltres with the Sky Attack, that DPS TDO combination is insane. 2,700 compared to 2,100 for the All Fire. Wow, that Sky Attack on that Moltres is an extremely powerful move. So just take that into account. You could always have 2 moves on your Moltres if that's what you want to do, but that is where we're sitting right now. I personally have already maxed out 2 Enteis. I have a Moltres maxed out. I have a Lucky Shiny Moltres that I may max out. I'm probably going to max out one of these Blast Burn Blazikens just because I have some pretty powered up Torchics, but I don't necessarily think that I personally need this. But it is a powerful Pokemon. It's something to utilize. It is sitting Moltres at the top. It is the Flaming Chicken is the one that is going to reign supreme as fire attacker still, but you can also power this guy up. He is sitting in 3rd, so that is a pretty good viable option, and it does cost a little bit less dust than a legendary does to power up. So thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful day and you are building your fire parties. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you out on that next video.